and then they get hit with, you know, a verbal insult that kind of comes out of nowhere. It's like, you know, who's looking for that at a concert that they just paid $700 to $800 to get into? I wouldn't. I would be highly offended. You know, that's just like me going somewhere and I'm just being like, yeah, shout out to all the skinny girls, but F all you big chicks in the house. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably stink or whatever, you know, whatever, you know, could be offensive. And it's just like, are you even, you know, and it could be at an Essence, or it could even be like at a big girl function. It's like, are you even looking at your business perspective population and which is giving you this dough before you even make these comments? You see what I'm
See,
saying?
but that's a problem though.
It has
That's a
to be.
problem.
I don't. To me, I don't think that it is a problem. You know, I'm not saying that anybody has to.
Yeah, because you
Verb,
saying whoever paying you got the right to dictate what you say or what you don't
no,
say.
no, no, no. That's
That's
not what
not
I'm
right.
saying. No, what I'm saying is that whoever's paying you, you should take into consideration that population, and you should respect them. You know what I'm saying? That's just like
No.
teachers that go into a school that still wear shirts that say big dick energy and stuff like that, and they teaching your kids. But you can be like, oh no, are you telling me that I can't express myself while I'm still at work, or I can't be who I want to be? I'm still here, I'm still showing up, I'm not on drugs, I'm not doing whatever, you know, to teach you. You still have to, there is still a certain level of respect you have to give people when you come to the table and they are giving you money. Now, no, I'm not saying that he has to show up and be a different way, but at the same time, you don't have to be so outrageous and out there at a concert. No, you say something like that for VLAD, or you know, when you go on the Breakfast Club the next day, you know, or at an MTV concert or VH1, you know, event, or even something like Coachella. That might, I mean, either way, even no matter where he went, it was not going to be received well. Just because most of the people that work behind the scenes that are in fashion are of LGBTQIA, you know what I'm saying, a population. And even if they're not, you know, you need to be supportive as an ally, right? But
I mean,
who,
but he
but
was.
what?
I don't know if I'm missing something, but it seemed like he was very specific about who he said. He didn't say. It's not like he said all big chicks that all big chicks fuck out of here. He said, and and equating to if you came in the party with a 12 piece and didn't share shit with nobody because you a big bitch, then don't put your lighters in the air. He said if you was out there in the parking lot sucking dick, he ain't saying if you take dick in your house or if you whatever.
I know, but why does it have to be so specific to the parking lot?
Because
Why
maybe
does
he
it have
saw
to be
niggas
that?
sucking dick in the parking lot.
But why
Maybe,
do you have to
maybe.
bring up sucking dick altogether? That's my whole thing. You
See,
went
but
from
that's the
vagina
part
smelling
that's
like,
crazy.
see, but you know, but that's the whole thing. It's like you went from vagina smelling like water to niggas sucking dick in the parking lot.
So why do
Why
your
is that
place
on your
gotta
mind
smell like
anyway?
water?
You are doing a concert. I'm expecting a bop to your music. Why is sucking dicks in the parking lot on your mind anyway?
So
Nobody
so when he
even
says
talking
shoot that,
about
when he
that.
says I shoot a nigga in a Walmart, why is that not offensive? I just don't understand. Why is it what
I
because
mean,
he
I
says
think
sucking
if
dick in a
listen, I'm
Walmart
not
in a Walmart?
personally a big
I don't
fan of the
understand
baby
it.
because I don't like his
Me
actions,
neither.
not only on the stage,
I don't
but
like his
off
music.
the stage. I don't like him punching bitches in the face. I don't like his anger, you know what I'm saying, you know, towards other people, whether he's defending his family or not, you know, and he gets away with it time and time again, you know, and it's only a matter of time with him, you know what I'm saying, because people keep letting him slide. So I'm not really one who is on his side either way. My whole thing is this: there's a time and a place for everything. I don't always think that what you think all the time has to be said all the time. Now, don't get me wrong. I am one of them ignorant biatches that used to just say everything that I felt all the time. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I felt it. But you learn, you know, and sometimes the hard way. And in this case, you ever think that he's going to get a big contract with Rolling Out anytime soon? No, you have to look at your franchise. When you get to a
It-
certain level, okay, and I'm not saying that you got to be brown nosing and shucking and jiving out here like
that's
Terry Crews.
basically what it is.
No, it's not that. But at the same time, you can choose to be reserved. You know what I'm saying? You can choose to be reserved. And then if it calls for it, or if you just seem to let it go, then let that happen. But you can't walk into somebody's camp knowing that this is mostly what their population is and offend them. You can't do that. You just cannot do that.
So that's mostly the population of that people in that
different levels. I still don't understand how
it's mostly about music, but
talking
they're
about
big
niggas
into
sucking dick
LGBTQ.
is for the whole LGBT community. I don't understand that part. Because my thing is, if he would have said, I still don't understand how him talking about niggas sucking dick in a parking lot is at the whole LGBT community. If he would have said the same thing about bitches sucking dick in the parking lot, would all heterosexual women have felt, or the whole, not even whole heterosexual
women? It would have
women,
still been a problem. That's what I'm saying. It would have still been a problem. Why do you
I don't think so.
Say that?
Nah.
Why do you even need to say that?
I don't agree that it would be a problem because people have been doing it. I don't agree it would have been a problem. Because he's been doing it.
I think in this heightened climate, it would have been a problem, and it would have still gotten passed. Maybe not as much as the LGBTQ, not as much as probably the LGBTQ, but there were people that responded to him. Madison, responded to him. T.S. Madison, she is a transgender female that's into comedy. She responded to him. There was a couple of other celebrities that responded and came out just as allies and stated that he could feel the way that he feels, but why does he have to, put it on blast the way that he did? It's tact. It's how you do things, but then again, the baby is the baby. I mean, of course,
his name is the baby.
Exactly. So, with all of that being said, right, he still is a hot topic. He still is trending.
I just think
it's helping his numbers. It's not. It's helping his numbers.
He's being talked about.
Exactly.
But I just think that disrespecting people in concerts and music, whatever, is just a regular thing. Like, it's not like it doesn't happen all the time. It's been happening. You know what I mean?
I know women who and no funny shit. Like, I know women who coochie just they try their best, but it don't smell good.
So but he said it smell like the water. So what you trying to say?
If he shout out, if your shit smell like water, there's a group of women whose shit don't smell like water, no matter what they do. So what I'm saying,
but don't you think that would still just be that would still be targeting those women? Because he only wants the one. No, he only wants the ones that smell like water to put their light in the air. So that means if I'm standing next to my friend and I put my light up and she don't put her light up, that's automatic judgment, bruh. That's automatic judgment within the crowd. And it's you causing division in your own crowd.
It's almost like when they come after the comedians for saying.
That's just like him saying, put a lighter up if you circumcised. If you're not circumcised, put your hand down or whatever. How many people in there gonna be like earthworm, earthworm, earthworm? You know what I'm saying? Hood dreams. Come on, man.
Stupid.
Come on, man. Come on.
And it would have been crazy.
That immediately makes people a target.
And that is subjectively
subjectively bullying.
Oh, man.
That's what the fuck it is. I can't even believe I'm on this side of it. I can't even believe I just said that. But it's true. That is causing division already within the crowd. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be standing next to a female and be like, damn, she ain't put her light in there. Her pussy probably stinks.
So when they sing, when they singing WAP, your shit ain't wet. You offended.
No, but but that is something that is intimate between yourself and another partner. Who the F want to put their hand in the air in the middle of a stadium talking about whatever. Come on, man. Come on. That what? Raise your hand if your dick is 10 inches or bigger. Put a light in the air right now. If not, use little dick niggas. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like what is that setting up? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm at that concert, I'm laughing at every nigga who don't got a light in the air. I'm going to be like, look at you, Tiny Tim. Can you get... No. You know what I'm saying? So automatically, it's going to cause that whatever. And it might affect who gets their D sucked in the parking lot.
But
It
isn't
just
that
might
what
affect
happens? Isn't that what happens at these concerts?
That's what I'm saying. That's
That's
so
what I'm
I mean,
saying.
look,
Because I
I'm
feel
there
like
for the fuckery.
I
I'm here for the shit.
I feel
I love
like
it.
I feel like, okay, we're these concerts and all these different things. People are mad disrespectful all the time with the way they interact with a lot of stuff around women. You know, saying and
pumping
people
them in
have,
the air.
you know, just disrespectful. Calling, I mean, the music, the way they everything, mad disrespectful. You know, but people are jamming to it. You know, people are dancing and enjoying it or whatever. Getting called bitch and hoe and trick and everything else. So if there's a culture shift, it needs to be across the barrier. Like, you shouldn't be upset if they're talking about doing that in the I don't even want to talk, like having that sexual act inside the parking
Right, in
lot
the parking lot.
when they
I'm
talk
upset with it all.
when they talked about about women having those sexual things in the parking lot. It's not like they haven't said, oh yeah, not in this particular thing maybe, but they probably
Right.
said in the past and different things. Oh, all you girls that's been inside of things.
Yes.
But you know,
But that's
so
what I'm
it's
saying.
not.
It doesn't.
So that's what I'm
equally,
saying.
it's not right.
It's offensive. Yes, but it's offensive across the barrier. If you're going to look at offensive behavior towards people, you have to look at across. And women with hip hop have been getting disrespected and whatever for a long before they started talking about men and all these other things. You know what I'm saying? That's just like the new thing or whatever. It's you know, if you were down with it when it was other people, you got to be down with it when it's you. You know,
That's
you
true.
can't be you know, like if you were down with it when it was, you know, when it turns to be people start talking about you in those same lights and those same whatever, maybe you may not have felt it before in this way, you know, but now that people are, maybe that's gonna bring the ally situation, you know. You can't hear me?
I think
Yeah,
your
I
mic
can
is
hear
clicking.
you, but your mic is clicking.
Oh, I think that's going to bring the ally situation. You know, it's like if we want to stop it across the barrier, across the border, let's stop it across the border. But let's not act like they haven't talked about women being in the parking lot doing that same thing. Let's not.
I mean, it's true. Women in the parking lot. Women
But it goes back to what I'm saying.
So,
like, I feel like when it has to do with men, people become really ultra sensitive about it. You
Stop
know what
saying
I mean?
men, though. I don't think. See, that's where you lose me with the men. Like, it's gay men, because the heterosexual men is getting told to shut up, look this way, don't say that about like yo.
Well, I'm
no,
talking
but
about.
we say men, so we were talking about men even when they make these comments about women. You see what I'm saying? Even when heterosexual men, let's say like Luke, you know, or R. Kelly or whatever, or whoever, are meeting females afterwards, and you know, just like, yeah, you know, or 2 Live Crew concert, you know, you know, so that's what we mean by across the board. So even
No,
with
I know,
men,
I understand exactly that part. I definitely do. I'm just saying when it comes, she's saying when it comes to men, that's when it's like stop the presses, and it's true. But when it comes to the gay men out of the LGBT community, even in that community, it's the men that get the favoritism. That's what she's saying. But as far as be quiet, don't say that, it's really heterosexual men being told, like we're getting trained. Like it's so bad that you can't take a stance on sexuality no more, a hard stance. It's just crazy to me. But
I believe that you can take a stance. I just believe it's the way that you do take the stance. You know, I do believe that everybody is entitled to their opinion, their experiences, you know, and how they feel, even if they change their mind and they open themselves up to another experience or opportunity, that's fine. But I still think it is all in how it translates and how that person translates that message. Anybody else have anything else to say about this? Because this was
nope.
pretty deep for the first topic. But we have only 2 more to get through.
All right.
Okay, so our next topic that we're going to be talking about is also another hot topic right now. Trinity Bethune, aka Boom Quisha. This young lady just recently purchased a car from a Honda dealership, and the Honda dealership reposted her on their website, but instead of calling her by her name, Trinity Bethune, they actually called her Boomquisha instead. So I'm sharing my screen with you all right now. Sorry. Just so that you can see what is going on here. Can everybody see?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know why my thing just did this, but I'm going to put it to the side. So yeah, as you can see, women seeking legal action after being called Bonquisha in a Facebook post made by North Carolina Honda dealership. Now, the background about this North Carolina Honda dealership is that it's actually in a Native American town. However, the Honda dealership is owned by what is white people. So I'm just going to zoom in so you can see the title. And then I wish I could zoom in a little bit more so you can see Boomquisha, aka Trinity.
I think you got that backwards.
Yeah. So this is the picture. But there's like a little bit of I have like the YouTube video of the newsreel. So I'm gonna play that real quick for you guys. Did I stop sharing my screen? I did, right? Let me share.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tonight, a Lumberton Honda dealership facing backlash after an employee posted this picture of Trinity Bethune's major milestone.
Very first car that I purchased on my own. No one helped me at all but myself.
But instead of putting her real name, the post labeled her a derogatory term. Trinity quickly responding to that post on Thursday before it was deleted.
The name Bonquisha seems like a stereotype for someone, for it to be like ghetto and someone. It's something people use towards black people as a racial slur and as an offensive term.
The 21-year-old is a personal care assistant at a Cumberland County nursing home. She was happy to buy a car with her own money, but now is filled with hurt, knowing she was reduced to a stereotype.
I feel like my character was played with. I think I carried myself in a very well manner.
Screenshots of the post have since gone viral on Facebook and even TikTok. The dealership owner telling Eyewitness News off camera he apologized to Trinity on Thursday and says the now fired employee does not represent his diverse group of staff. Trinity hasn't touched the Honda she bought since seeing the post.
And I don't think I act as a Bonquisha.
And that isn't your name?
It's not my name. If I'm addressed, I should be addressed as Trinity Bethune.
Trinity is clearly still shaken up by the initial Facebook post and the overall nationwide reaction to it. She tells us this evening that she intends to take some sort of legal action. I'm in Lumberton, Michael Lozano, ABC 11, Eyewitness News.
All right. And we're back. Who would like to start with their views about this?
So clearly, this people had no news to tell. This made the news.
Nah,
Okay.
son, this went viral, son. Like this was
Okay,
like
I get it.
like deal. It was on like the Shade Room. It was on Hollywood Unlocked. Girl, okay, it was on Hip Hop Hollywood. This was like, it was like Boom Queens. But I'm gonna let y'all say what y'all gotta say first because I'm definitely coming through with the ratchet on this one. So go ahead.
It's her wrong name. Why are they even posting her stuff? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Is it theirs to post? Like, if you hadn't posted her thing, you wouldn't even have her name wrong. Like,
but at the same time, she posed for the picture. But continue.
Oh, well, did she say she wanted to did she ask to be posted or did she just take a picture?
That I am unaware of. However, usually when you buy a car and you post for the picture, That is you giving them permission to put it on the site. I don't think she had a problem with them putting it on the site. I think her problem was Caramel, um, what they named her when they put her on the site.
Well,
Mm.
it's a derogatory. It may be a derogatory. I mean, there's people named Boquisha though, but I mean, I guess it's a derogatory statement. If she feels like it is, it probably is. That's what I want to say about it.
Mm. Mm.
I just had to put the picture back up because I want us to be clear. We all know we called her, but this is the picture that she posed for. So
Mm.
SO, please take it away. How do you feel about this?
Um, yeah.
If you
I
feel
mean,
anything at
nobody
all.
wants to be the butt of the jokes when you're not laughing. It's not, you're not in on the joke, but you are the joke. Um, yeah, it was whack, and especially if it was like a white employee, which probably was, that was straight trash. To you know what I'm saying? Like you literally use someone's accomplishment and you didn't even take the opportunity to say we helped her get to this milestone. Congratulations, and just treat her like a regular person. You pulled one of those stunts where you think you're smarter than somebody and you do a little snicker behind her back and just kind of like but then the joke's on all of us, the boom quisha. I never even heard that term, to be honest with you. I must be something from southern part. But obviously if it's not her name, niggas trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Niggas trying to be funny. And I think she's doing the right thing by taking this shit to a legal term. Show people, yo, you can make the joke, but I'm gonna have the last laugh. So you go ahead and make that joke. I'm gonna see y'all niggas in court, and this car that I paid, $15,000 for, I'm gonna actually probably get this shit for free, fucking with y'all. So y'all go ahead and make that joke. I hope it was worth it. But unless you got me in on it, it's foul play. You know what I'm saying? It's not now. I'm not gonna march and this is an outrage. I'm not gonna do, LGBT shit. No, you know what I'm saying? No funny shit. But it's yeah, I don't it's corny to make the joke. And I just think, yeah, you should pay for that.
All right, this is what I'm gonna say about it, okay? Because I actually have two perspectives on it. The first one is this, and this I actually got directly from Al off of TGIF on Fox Soul, okay? Because they talked about this as well. Shout out to them because I love them. And what he said was is that you have 3 days to bring back a car when you purchase it. When she found out that they named her Boomquisha, she didn't find it out the day of. She found it out the night after the next day. So you figure like the next day and a half, that evening, she found out about what her name was online. Now Honda, shout out to Al again, has a policy that extends past 3 days. Like at any dealership, no matter what car you buy, you have 3 days to bring it back in the state of North Carolina. However, Honda has an extended policy where you have 30 days to bring the car back. What he suggested and what I agree with is that old girl should have put the car back and got her money back. Why? Because this has got so much publicity. There are tons of people and there are tons of dealerships that I'm pretty sure are begging just to give her a car and will upgrade her car for free just because she went through this humiliation. So that's the first thing is I would go back to the dealership and hurt them where, it really hurts in their pockets and get the money back off the bat and still go through with the lawsuit, right? Because then you have the embarrassment and the pain and suffering or whatever, cause she wants to put behind it. But at the same time, I still want us to look at this photo, right? Now, we saw in the newsreel that the young lady had other ways of dressing where she looked very beautiful, okay? And she's a very beautiful young lady overall. But my whole thing is that, and I'm gonna ask you this question. If you were going to pick up your brand new car, if you were going to pick up your brand new car, Caramel, would you go dressed like this? I just want a yes or no right now. Don't go into no detail. Would you go to the dealership to pick up your brand new car for the first time of all your accomplishments in life?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah, I'm confused by the question to the point where I would go in a fucking Monique bonnet. It's a purchase. What the fuck I got to be dressed up for to go
Well, this
spend
is
my
my whole
money?
point. Well, this is my whole point behind it, okay? If you're gonna go dressed like looking like a boom quisha, don't be mad when they call you boom quisha.
Can
Is
I
it
see
right?
that picture
No.
again? Can I see
When
that picture
it's,
again?
I still have it up.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. All right.
I still have it
Cause
up.
she